And we are live again here on the 20th of July, 2023. It's the first video of this week. I've been on a mini holiday with my family, and now I have a sick daughter. So if I look more tight than usual, that's probably why. So we have like 4 days to cover. That's the longest stretch, I think, or streak. I think ever since I started this channel. So let's have a look what has been moving. We will go through the usual red list that I have here. If you have anything that I need to add, want us to follow, let me have a you can reply in the comments below, and yeah, maybe I'll add it in if I find it useful. So yeah, let's see what the charts has brought to us for the past 4 days. Okay, silver still below the 26. And at that point, we will break out in my view. We are very close to the long-term golden trend line coming down across here. It actually goes way back until 2011, as you can see, all the way down here, all the way down to where we are now. So I expect a lot of pullback, a lot of resistance from the bears in this area. Again, can we clear the golden? And then again, the 26, which I have mentioned many times, is my level for silver going to 30, then 50. Not in a day or two, but you know what I mean. And we had let me show you on the 1 hour here. We had a rising wedge into today's jobs numbers, and they came in, I don't know, slightly good, I think. But anyways, the silver crashed down because the dollar went up. We can go into the dollar later. But still, I expect us to have a pullback here down to maybe 24 and a half. Then we will see if that one holds. If it doesn't, then we can obviously go down to the 24s roughly. There's some support down there, but we have made a higher high here, which I like compared to here. So we should see a higher low, and then we could scoop higher into August, maybe. Gold is in a daily uptrend channel here. You can see it right there. Very very slim actually. After we touched the 1920 at which I mentioned was, in my view, the lows. We went down to 1890. Still, it's a decent call, I would say, that 1920 was probably the low. I'll take it. We are breaking out of this falling wedge here, and I would expect, together with silver, that we are going to see some sort of retrace here. Maybe down to 9040 to complete a possible inverted head and shoulders at that point, but let's see how low we go. But I do expect some strength, short-term strength in the dollar right here, and that will put pressure on gold and silver. So I'm looking for this level here. We can add it in so we have it as reference for the next videos. So right there it is. Let's save that one, and then we can come back to see if we were correct or not. Again, as long as we are in this uptrend channel here, it's looking good, but I suspect it to break down at some point. We will see. We will see. Okay. This is the gold to silver ratio. I will not go into details because you know where we are. We are in this expanding wedge coming up here. And actually, this week, we had our 5th touch of the golden trend line. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And I do expect short-term strength in this ratio, meaning gold and silver will go down, as we just looked at. So we will see some sort of retrace up here, and then we will probably break down. I don't think there's much strength left in this chart, and yeah, I think we will get maybe up to this one here at around 80.6. Then we'll turn back down. But let's see. I think this week and into August we will have some strength in this ratio, and similar to the dollar actually. We did have a big technical breakdown level last week where we broke the 100.8 right there. And what are we doing right now? As you know, we are retesting the 100.8 all the way up to 101.4. So that's where I see we will get some strength, and then in my view we should roll over. Yeah, that's my take until proven otherwise. And if I'm incorrect, we need to get back into this zone here and hold it for 5 days. Then this is the false breakdown, and then we can see if the dollar can go higher. But for now, it's a retest, pure technical retest of this zone. It's all good. URNM, the favorite sector of all time, uranium, keeping it simple here with very few trend lines. As you can see, I have the golden one here. Maybe you can squeeze it down to here, and then we can add a parallel channel right there, connecting this side here. That's actually perfect. Let's do that. So this is where we stand. The past few trading days, also last week, we were testing the inside golden channel here, coming across 2 times, and we failed. And we are right now in this uptrend channel coming right there. You can see. So hopefully we will get a bounce here, and then we resume up. Obviously, if we break down here, then it's a different take on things. But we have made a higher high compared to that. That's good. We still need to take out this one, the 36, as you know, I've mentioned it many times. That's my take, 36, confirming a breakdown of these 2 golden bad boys right there. Let's save this one, see if we are correct. Okay, Bitcoin still actually in this sort of bull flag kind of thing, right? Where we had a fake out to the upside, and now we're below this one here, but still above the what is $29.5 level. So still hanging in there, but yeah, it needs to decide right now. But I do think, as mentioned just previously on the dollar, that the dollar is going to have short-term strengths. So I think this one will pull all the way down to roughly 28,000 if the dollar has some momentum to it. Let's see. Still a quick take on palladium. This is a long-term, very, very long-term falling wedge, so this will take some time. We're still trying to see if we can break to the upside here at some point in time. We could go all the way down to 1150, and then we scoop higher, but still, this in my view should resolve to the upside at some point. If it doesn't, I have a different scenario where it will be a huge spill to the downside, complete capitulation, and then we'll have a V shape. Let's see if that happens. For now, it's a bullish wedge, and we take it from there. For some reason, I have no lines on this chart. Why is they're deleted? Anyways, it doesn't matter. Let's quickly redo them. To me, right now, this is some sort of an inverted head and shoulders. This is drawn very quickly. So I would assume some sort of jittering here before we go higher into late 2023. Today's price action is not ideal, but I guess you could argue that we are maybe trying to do a shorter term inverted head and shoulders right there, but we'll have to wait and see. The candle is kind of big, so yeah, give it time. Platinum will for sure make you do well when we break above yeah, this level at around 1,000, and then we need to take out the high here. Then we are all good to go. So patience. Let's see how, if this is the bottom, then we still have, let's do a period time here to see. Oops, that was clearly not correct. Let me see here. There it is, right there. I am drunk, I think. Like there it is, copy, paste. If it has symmetry to it, we should get above up to these highs here late September. So let's keep them there to see if the symmetry is there. Copper actually, even though the dollar is gaining big time today, is doing quite well, up 0.3. But the candle, looking at it, it's a spinning top right, which is not ideal. So we can do like this for the bottom, and it's getting to that point in time where copper really has to decide what it wants to do. Breaking down here would clearly be very bearish for copper. Let me show you the trend line here. There it is, COVID lows, touch, 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 a bit of a fake down. break down again, and if we break again, I assume that a third time that we will not pop back into the wedge. So decision time for during July, August for copper. I'll just zoom out, show you one trend line. I posted this one on Twitter as well. And to me, right there, just to be correct, long-term, 15-year long trend line coming down there. Bit of a fizzle here, retest, breakout, of course, retest, and until proven otherwise, this is resumption to the upside. We can go to the daily, get a bit of a clear view. We have the 82 level right there, which is very important. And we are currently flagging, maybe flagging here after we broke these levels right there, roughly. A quick sketch right there. There it is. We broke out, and now we are probably flagging here. Let's see what happens. But gold, not gold, excuse me. Oil is kind of trying to base out here, but it looks good, at least short term. Nat gas, on the other hand, is absolutely killing it. Let me show you. Let me show you. I go to the daily chart. There it is. This is the nat gas future chart. Again, a lot of my lines are missing. I don't know what TradingView has been up to, but anyways, I'll just quickly do the important ones. I think we're going all the way up here, as you know, to 3.5. Currently, what happened here today was a breakout above this bull flag right there. And then we have this one here. I'm just going to redo all the charting. There it is. So this is the next one. So if we can break out here, it's a cup and handle, and we will at least go to 3.5. So yeah, nat gas is looking good. We're heading into, well, we have summer, but we're soon going into winter time in Europe. So let's see what happens there. Look at this one here. This is the Dutch natural gas ETF. I'll go to the Heikenhashi because that's more easy for you to see. So we had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 falling wedge, similar to the palladium wedge, falling wedge breakout, big retest double bottom now. If this hold at around 24, right there, we are going to at least to the upside there, and then we will see what happens. Let's keep these magic lines on to see if we are correct, but that should be into mid-August before we get this confirmation here. So the double bottom needs to hold. Again, if we can break above this high here, then we will get a $20 move up to right around 64, which perfectly aligns with the lows over there. We can add it in. That's the target for the inverted head and shoulders. Well, not the inverted head and shoulders, but the double bottom. Let's see. XOP is having a good day today, actually, compared to everything else, 1%. It's fine given the day is completely red, more or less. We had, let me quickly zoom out for you guys just to give a quick overview view. There it is. In my view, a big inverted head and shoulders. Go to the daily. The daily. We broke out of this internal resistance in this overall longer term squeeze right there. So I think we will go to the upside here, as mentioned previously, and then we will tickle down and hopefully break through on the fourth touch here in around Q4 of this year. But we are into resistance right here at this high at around 135. So still looking good overall, as you can see here, as mentioned. If this really plays out, then we have much more upside to come in this decade. So long term, very bullish. Let's see what happens in the squeeze. OIH, quite similar. We are big time oversold on the daily RSI. I don't use the RSI that much, just to somehow, if we see extremes, then I will take it in as a factor. Otherwise, I don't. But we are fighting this after the breakout, retest, retest, retest. We are again fighting this big supply and demand zone right there between 300 and 335. So I think we'll do some resting here just to get things cooled off on the RSI. Maybe we could flag, maybe we can do a rounding bottom. But I think this will be the time where we go through on the next go. But yeah, we will look at it every day. Well, not every day, but a few times a week. Lithium still, nothing has changed. We broke out. Well, actually, something has changed. We broke out last week of this very big bullish falling wedge coming across right there. You can see touch, touch, touch. Fourth time, we actually had a small pullback and then boom. And now we are retesting the top side. Textbook technical analysis here. I bought the breakout again. You can add to the retest here if you want to. Still, it looks good. Until proven otherwise, this is a breakout retest resumption. We will have to wait and see, but it looks fine. Oh, the banking sector. I was very bearish on the banking sector. I still am. You can see very overbought on the daily RSI, and we are at the red resistance zone coming down here. So will we break through, retest, or will this be the high and we go all the way down again? Let's wait and see. But you can still see we are in a bear flag. So the odds and the probabilities is that today we might have seen the top. Still, it's a very big green candle, but it still has a lot of work to do before it negates the bear flag and the red resistance, which will flip green if we can close above it. You can see it right there. So clearly the banking sector is trying to make a stand here and negate all the negative formations that we see in the markets right now. The dollar against the Swiss franc. We had a major breakdown in this currency pair last week. And this is often when this ratio goes down, meaning the dollar is losing strength against the Swiss franc. That's almost always going to be the time where gold and silver shines. But just like we saw on the gold to silver ratio and the dollar, this is where we will see some strength in favor of the dollar. So over the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, we will probably see some sort of strength here before we go down again. So yeah, short term, dollar is not looking good. The dollar is looking good for a bounce at least. Gold and silver looks weak. Again, palladium looks short term weak. Yeah, again, the dollar's going up, so that usually means that commodities are going down. Let's have a quick look at Nvidia here at the end. We go to the one hourly. This is the earnings gap. Boom, 25% increase. And then ever since we have been in a bearish wedge breakout actually again. This one I did not expect. And we will see we're back in the wedge now again. If we go all the way down here, then it's game over. Then I think the gap will close. And yes, that's a 33% drop from here. It's a big drop from here. So again, we will have to watch still. The positive side is, we have a top there and a bottom there. So could this be a bull flag? Could very well be. Let's see how it turns out. But still, again, these are, in my view, the blow-off top phase here for Nvidia. Just look at it. One very big, massive run. Huge gap up, falling, rising wedge, rising bearish wedge. This right here, in my view, is very bearish. I wouldn't take any positions, but again, at melt-up, when you're in a melt-up phase of any stock or commodity, it can go a lot higher than you would ever think. So it is what it is. Okay, guys, thank you for joining, and hopefully you stay till the end. I did a bit of a rambling here, but that's fine. I'm trying to make a video of 10 charts for gold, where I will show why I think gold is on the premises of something very big. As you know, if you have followed my work on Twitter and also here, this will be some currency pairs, ratios, the rates, dollar, gold, obviously, and I'll just do a quick take on gold and see where we are with regarding to that. Have a great evening, guys. Leave comments below. as always, and stay safe.